What's up, everybody? It's day 58 of 100 Days of Code. That's 58585858. So, we're getting near into 60. We're rounding the rounds and we're getting to 60, round and round and rounds. It's good. So, we all know what that means. That 100 Days of Code means one, that we code 1 hour a day. Tick, we've done that. Two, we make ourselves accountable publicly to the great British and worldwide public. Boom. Three, and then we share our thoughts and feelings about how things went and how we're feeling about it all. So today, what did we get up to? Well, today was sort of our first official day of coding in our teams and pairing together and that sort of thing. So we essentially, what we did is we broke into two different teams as our plan. We worked in an agile way. So we'd agreed yesterday sort of how we're going to work together and how the teams were going to be broken up. And we had a team of three and a team of two. And the team of three was myself, Dan, and Janan. And then we had a second team, the power team, and that was Shabana and Simran. And they worked on the back end. So our team worked on the front ends, their team worked on the back ends. And the way we did is we started off the day with sort of a stand-up. And so we spoke about sort of what's been going well and what we'd like to work on going forwards. So we did that, and we spoke about in the morning, and everybody went through sort of what they felt was going well and sort of what they'd like to sort of work on and focus on today. So we did that. Then after that, following that, then we got on with some work. So we on the front end side of things, we broke down sort of, because we're using React, we decided like what components we're going to work on in the morning. And so we structured out the folders, sort of thought about the components, worked on them sort of independently in GitHub branches. So each of us had our own branch, and we worked on the components sort of on our own. And then once we did that, we sort of would come back if we had any questions or unsure about anything. And then we came back together once all the components were finished. And we sort of were happy with sort of, we had them displaying on the page, we had them rendering, that sort of thing. And then we came back together and we began to look at how we could link them into the app.js, the root folder, and how we could render them all together and display them in that sort of way. Where all the components sort of were lined up and they were structured in a helpful way. So we did that today, which is really awesome, and we gave it some basic CSS styling to make sure that it looked nice as well. At the beginning, it was just basics of CSS, and we sort of set them in 3 different rows, and we sort of designed and structured everything in a way where it was together and it was in the right way. And as at the at the beginning when we first did everything, it looked like a hot mess. So we had like stuff all over the place. We first sort of we got our components into the app.js and everything was like it was interesting. Search bars were everywhere, and like, search lists were over here, and like, buttons were down at the bottom. So but we fixed all that and we got it some basic structure. We used our lovely display flex and we made sure that things were displayed in 3 different columns, that sort of thing, or sorry, 3 different rows, and then dots, so that we had like a left, a middle, and a right. And then for each of those, we broke those up together as a 3, and we all handled each row of the section, and sort of got it looking and feeling like, making it work. So that was really cool. So we did that, and then this afternoon, following lunch, then what we did is after doing a bit of React and a little bit of CSS, then this afternoon we sort of gave some functionality to some of the components so that they did things, so that when you put things in the search inputs, it then returned some results. We had some sort of raw data that we sort of, because we don't have the backend connected with the front end just yet, so we sort of created an object of data that we could draw from, so then we could sort of return a result. And then we've been add favorites bit as well, so we have a little star so we can click that and then adds favorites to the list. And then we have another bit on the right where we can essentially, in that part, we're going to be able to like post links as well. And then at the top, there's going to be like a nav bar. And of course, you've got your search. and those sort of things. So yeah, we've got some good MVP. We're making some good progress. I feel like we're really getting somewhere. Um, and then at the end we had a retrospective. I think we've got most of the way there, and we've, I think, overachieved what we thought we were going to do by this point. Um, and we've got a few more days, so it's good. I feel like our MVP is really coming along, which is nice. I know the whole point is to get teamwork on the go and show how we solve problems, how we worked in an organized way, those sorts of things. I feel like we did that really well. At morning, lunchtime, afternoon, we had sort of our stand-ups in the morning, one at lunchtime, and then at the end of the day we had like a retrospective. I felt that was really helpful to keep us on task and keep us like, to grips with everything. So that was really, really good. And my thoughts and my feelings are kind of once like four something hit. I was up early this morning with the kids, so my brain was just a little bit like a little bit that way. But you know what? I'm happy with the progress we made today. I feel like we made some good progress, got some good results. We've got some good team cohesiveness, and we're really solidifying our skills in lots of different ways together. How to work in an agile way, learning how to code a bit better, um, and learning how to work as a team in a cohesive manner. So I feel like we're really making good progress. We really got through things quickly and feel really happy with how we're getting on. So those are my thoughts and feelings. I feel there's a challenge because sometimes I forget things and I have to search things, and sometimes you don't feel like you don't quite know enough, or you feel like maybe you're not quite getting there. But it's all part of the journey. Some days are better than others, and you know what? The point is we showed up today. We got some good work in. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just the fact we showed up and we put in some work, and then we got something done, and we worked with the team. We learned lots of things, and you know what? All in all, I think a really, really good day. A lot to be thankful for. I'm so thankful for my team. I'm so thankful for this course, and I'm so thankful for all that we're learning. And I just can't wait to learn more. I think it's just going to be repetition. The more that we do this, the better we're going to get at it. Some is going to be faster at some things. Some are going to be slower at some things. Some things are going to get quicker than others. Some things are going to get slower than others. It's just part of the process. Everybody's different, and that's a good thing. That's what this whole course is about diversity, and we all bring something amazing to the table. And you know what? I'm just thankful that I've got the gifts I do, and everybody has the gifts they do in our team, and we work really well together. So I'm really thankful for that. I'm looking forward to working with them tomorrow and seeing how we progress and get on and what those next stages are. I think tomorrow's going to be we're going to get in some testing after we get the functionality all done and connected. So whatever the case, guys, that is today's sorted. Have a great, great Tuesday, whatever you get up to, and we'll see you tomorrow once again.